Hello everyone, welcome back to Car Obsession. Today I'm in the Citroen C3 Aircross. Now today's video is all about how comfortable the car is. As we all know, Citroen is well known for building comfortable cars, and hopefully the C3 Aircross will be no different. Now it's very easy to give my opinion, but what about a passenger? So I've enlisted the services of Exhausted. He's another YouTuber, go check him out. He's all about MX-5 modification, so not really the same theme as kind of this video, but if you're into your Mazda MX-5 or car modifications in general, then be sure to check him out. But on to the Citroen C3. Now we've literally set off. I've driven this car a few times and the ride isn't too bad at low speed, so we're just going through West Wickham now. And the roads are okay around here, doing about 20 now. This bit of the road is a little bit rough. Bit of tyre noise starting to come into the cabin. This car's got 17-inch alloys. Most of the time, the tyre noise is noticeable, but it's not intrusive. So I can hear it a bit on this surface. But yes, this car is all about, this video is all about how comfortable the car is. And yeah, it is pretty nice. This interior I really like it, I really dig it. It is an optional extra, it's called Hype Colorado, and if you want to have it in your C3 Aircross, then you will need to pay a fair amount of money for it. It's over £700, which, would I pay that much? It's a very nice interior. You get the dark leather inlays on the dashboard, and you've got the dark leather on the seats as well, and you've got dog tooth, which I do really like. I don't have any clothing that's got dog tooth, but I do quite like dog tooth actually. But would I pay that for this interior? It's very nice, but I don't know, it's quite pricey.
Yeah.
What about you, Oscar?
I mean, what comes with it? Is the leather and the shark tooth kind of trims and that sort of thing?
Yeah, and you also get the leather on the dashboard as well. So normally it would just be a cloth interior, and the dashboard would just be like a black finish. It'd be a little bit sober.
I mean, it's nice, but would I pay £800?
Yeah,
a tough question.
Yeah, I don't know how much it is off the top of my head. I think it's 730, but yeah, it's a fair amount of dough, and you could put that towards better things. You could get the blind assist, or you could get the hi-fi pack, which this car actually has. So it's got an uprated hi-fi, it's got wireless charging, and it's also got the head-up display, which I do rather like. It does look pretty funky.
It's definitely very useful as well, so you keep looking down.
It is, and it's quite crisp, it's quite clear. But yes, we're just going down here, stuck behind a learner, and this road is pretty smooth, and the ride is really good.
It's nice, yeah.
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, or as I think I may have mentioned earlier, when you're driving at lower speeds, the car can be quite jiggly. So when you're going about town, when you're going from the traffic lights, if the road is a bit, if it's a bit rough, which let's face it, it will be, it's for UK, then yeah, it can be a bit jiggly, but down here, it's lovely and smooth. So you're about to go over some tram lines.
Yeah, and it's quite nice even over that, I mean...
Yeah, that's not too bad, is it?
I know what you mean, almost when there's a slight bump, the car feels to kind of jiggle more than the bump.
Yeah, it feels a little bit unsettled, and it's almost as if the suspension is a bit too soft. Yeah. I just think it needs a little bit of tweaking on the damping, but obviously this car is made to be soft and not so much wallowy, although it is a little bit wallowy. Sorry, Citroen. But yeah, it's built for comfort, which is just as well because we are stuck behind this learner. Bless.
Yeah, the seats are very nice.
They are nice. What I will say is I find on longer journeys, I could probably do with a bit more lumbar support.
Yeah.
I don't think this actually has a lumbar support function, even though it's top of the range. But yeah, on longer journeys, I do find my lower back starts to not ache, but it's kind of lacking that support after a while. Come on, love. There we go. Right. A little bit of a bump there.
That didn't feel too bad.
No, it didn't feel too bad. And this road is pretty awful, actually, in all honesty. No major potholes, but yeah, it's definitely not as nice as the road we were just on. This bit's okay, though. Let's build up a bit of speed. to 30. To hit that pothole, little pothole there, a few imperfections. So once you get up to speed, the ride is actually quite good. But what I will say is that it does feel a little bit wallowy. Although the car is relatively smooth, I don't know about you, but you can sometimes feel your body just kind of, your torso just kind of
moving around,
rocking around a little bit, bobbing up and down a little bit, being rocked slightly to the left and then to the right.
I guess that also is part of the fact you said it was soft suspension, but also that we're sort of like a lot higher up than most cars, so it almost magnifies that tilt.
Yeah, exactly. Now I've driven a few small SUVs, and I have to say, even though my seat is at its lowest, I feel like I'm sat higher compared to its rivals. And I do feel like the ride, it's not too bad down here, but once you get up to speed on a country lane, I'm sorry Citroen, but it feels a little bit boat-like. You get a sense that if you suffer with seasickness, this might not be the car to be in for a long period of time, because you can just feel the car kind of rocking and it's kind of pitching and rolling a little bit. It's nothing too major. And to go back to my original question, the car is comfortable, but it's worth bearing in mind, I think. Now, today you're sat in the front. I know previous journeys you've been sat in the back of the car.
Yeah.
How did you find that?
I mean, the back's very nice. It's spacious, both in terms of headroom and legroom.
Yeah.
I mean, being behind like yourself, which, let's face it, you're a tall guy. Legroom isn't at a minimum. I mean, I don't ever feel like I'm squished in the back. I mean, it's an SUV, that's what you'd expect, but it's got the comfort and the space to provide that, especially if you have a small family or something.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's ideal. I mean, we're both tall guys. We can both sit, parallel almost behind each other, and it's perfectly fine. Yeah,
exactly. So if I were to sit behind myself, I've still got a good amount of legroom. Headroom is ample as well. So you could easily fit 3 adults in the back, and I think there'd be very little complaints. Unless they're big rugby guys, then maybe. But yeah, it's not too bad. Now down here, this kind of amplifies what I'm saying. Can you just feel the car? It's unsettled.
Jiggling almost, yeah.
Yeah, it's not uncomfortable, but you can just feel. There we are.
Yeah, I've never actually experienced that in a car before. I'm not.
The car just feels a little bit unsettled. It's almost as if it's trying to find its feet. So that's a great example of what I was trying to explain. So it's something to bear in mind. Despite its somewhat boat-like ride, the C3 Aircross is a competent cruiser on the motorway, and Oscar and I were able to rack up many miles with very little problems. However, what did we think of the comfort overall? So, to sum up, is the Citroen C3 Aircross comfortable? I definitely think it is.
Yeah.
The ride can feel a little bit boat-like, particularly when we was on the motorway.
Yeah, it seems like it's almost jiggling around slightly.
Yeah, a little bit. You could feel certain bumps and undulations in the road, but it wasn't uncomfortable. You just noticed them. Exactly. I think it's the best way of putting it. But as a passenger, how did you find it overall?
Yeah, I mean, I think you summed it up pretty well. It's very, like I said, it's almost very boat-like, but it's not in an uncomfortable sense. I mean, there's not much more to add to it in the sense. I mean, interior is comfortable.
Seats are comfortable.
Exactly. I mean, they're slightly firm, but you'd expect that with a new car.
Yeah, the headrests are super firm, but obviously, this is a new car, so the more it gets driven, the more these should loosen up, and hopefully they'll have a bit more given them. But yes, the C3 Aircross is definitely a comfortable car. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a big thumbs up, and please subscribe for more car obsession, but also don't forget to check out Exhausted channel. But until the next time guys, see you soon.